Thanks for joining us. Another commentary, Jared. We've been asked to do this by Ray, one of our listeners, friend of the show, to relook at 1981's The Burning. Now, we did an episode in this way back. I think it's 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe. We did a full episode. We covered the film. But Ray asked us to do a commentary on it.
Yep.
And I feel like it's right for that.
I don't think I've watched it since then either.
Yeah, I probably haven't.
Yep.
So,
Good
it's a couple of years, good time to jump back in. So
I actually just finished up a doco on Tom Savini, so I was kind of circling a couple of these ones again. So.
And you know, special effects wise, this is some of Savini's best too. So it'll be interesting to look at it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip all the ins and outs and the what we've been watching and all that stuff, and we're going to go straight into it. So
just like Glazer, no foreplay.
Yeah, no foreplay. Lubricated rubbers only. Going straight into it. So let's fire this thing up.
All right,
we're underway.
Play.
Part of 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. This is a DVD. We're watching the DVD from I think about 2010 or something. I think
it comes under Disney's banner now.
Yeah, fucking hell. Imagine it's under the Star banner, Jared.
Okay, and we've got the
and
MGM logo,
MGM.
Lion. Here we go, kicking things off.
All right.
MGM.
Now,
maybe it's owned by Amazon then. Don't they own fucking MGM now?
Opening on a classic camp setup, Camp Blackfoot here. I always had a problem with this shit at the start.
What was your problem?
I mean, Cropsy's a motherfucker. Like, there's no doubt about it. The guy's a motherfucker, right? Yep. But again, you're doing things that are a bit sort of like beyond. Like, we talked about this shit in a bag, put it outside his door, like, you know.
Yeah. Why don't we just fucking egg the dude's shack or something?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, he's an asshole. He's just a grumpy prick. Is that exactly how I mean, they're calling him a creep.
Yeah. That guy looks like David Desmalchi.
I mean, check out the fucking Leo Sayer hairdos. All these guys.
Every one of them's cracking out the soul glow in the morning.
But it's a little group of guys. They're plotting to do something to Cropsy.
Yeah, eggs.
Yeah.
Leave them outside for a couple of days.
Carton eggs, brother. Like, just throw them at the guy. Like,
yeah, because as you said, they mentioned he's a creep, but we only really get it confirmed that he was just a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, well, that's my recollections.
What do you got to go on? I think if the cops are coming down, if the forensic squad's searching through things, I think they're coming up empty on Cropsy, other than, he was a bit of a prick.
Yeah, I know. That's the gist I always get.
He was impatient.
Yeah, he didn't like children.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd wave to kids and tell them to get the fuck out of the way while he was mowing the lawn.
I mean,
little things
when
like
I was
that.
at camp, Jared, just to sort of bring my sort of experiences into this, we had a younger caretaker guy, because, you know, this is the thing, he didn't actually have a caretaker, he had a squad of people who were cleaning and stuff.
Yeah.
I believe he was from Russia. He liked to watch pornography on the computers in the fucking in the house.
Okay, well, that's probably an issue, given that you are employed, and that is a
around
work computer,
children.
and that is a work computer, and yes,
there are children around. So, I mean, on the scale of 1 to 10 on assholes who deserve this shit, I think my mate might
probably landing higher than Cropsy.
Yeah, I think so.
But again, should he be removed from the job and maybe, you know, be spoken to by some authority member, or should he be burned alive in his shack?
Well, this bloke was a prick, so burned alive in his shack. Possibility. No, he wasn't a prick. He was just a weird unit, and he used to.
Well, that's probably not good.
But he used to
give me a handful of things that I'm kind of wondering how he got a job there. If this is open knowledge, like, serious.
I don't know. Oh, that bit's
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Fucking Cropsy sits up in bed.
Look, Cropsy's got a head like a beaten favourite before he's gone up in
He was
flames.
pretty happy to go up in
So
flames, I think.
Christ.
No, but look, this I have a just fire. You're talking about fire, okay? And amongst wood and gasoline and things like that. I mean,
Also, get a curtain, Cropsy.
yeah.
I need a little bit of... I don't want the moonlight streaming through my window, for one. Like...
I'm gonna say here too that he over freaks out.
Yeah. Also, I'm surprised with that bloke lighting a match that with the amount of product in his hair, he didn't just go and start looking like Joe Pesci in Home Alone.
yeah. His fucking Soul Glow infused hair catches fire immediately. I mean, to me, look, it's one of these things too, and again, I know why it's being done. It's being done to set the poor prick on fire, right?
Yeah, of course.
But when I wake up, when I hear things, I wake up, but I don't sit up like a fucking loose cannon. It's like nightmares.
Yeah.
You know, like people don't wake from nightmares like bolt upright in a lot of cases.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Also...
I believe this is Tom Savini who's on fire.
Yeah. I saw that in the doco where he's just fucking sitting there lighting his beds up, lighting his shit on fire. Who put the can of gas in there?
I don't know, but fuck, he's certainly on
Keep
fire.
that in the maintenance shed, you dildo.
You can clearly tell he's got...
Look, Cropsy's an
full fucking
arsehole,
head.
but he's doing more work than the bloke in Slaughter High was doing. So I'm employing Cropsy before
The caretaker,
the caretaker who was taking no care whatsoever of anything.
who was still doing chores 5 years after the joint closed down.
Exactly.
And look,
I think when they went and inspected the joint, they go, well, what are you doing here, mate? We stopped paying you 3 years ago.
yeah. Oh, I've got lodging and I've got things I can do. You know what though? You know the funny thing about that? You've got 5 kids or 6 kids. They don't even sort of touch on what happened to them.
No.
And again, I feel like
I started working on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, you like your job?
Yeah, it's fine. Great.
When you see what I see, you soon change your mind. Hey, listen.
this is my fucking favourite. Like, imagine that first day of the job. Come and have a look at this guy.
Yeah.
I want to show you something down the hall.
After 2 months of working here, you're gonna feel like an old man. The guy looks like he's in his 40s already, so
Yeah.
he's...
He's cooked a fucking Big Mac.
Yeah, look.
Overdone.
But
Again.
you're supposed to be. You're working in a hospital. You're supposed to be
taking
fucking,
care of the man.
Was me.
not fucking bringing in a procession of people to have a
Yeah.
good gander at him.
You're supposed to be tending to the poor bastard's needs, yet you're sitting there going, have a look at this bloke.
Tell me I ain't never seen
Animal.
anything like this.
I mean, honestly, you're lucky to have your job, you prick.
Yeah.
This is what you gotta see. This
Why?
is
Why do I have to see this?
I mean, Cropsy, is this not long after he'd been burned?
This is burns.
I wasn't really taking...
It must have been.
I believe it's not long after, yeah.
As long as you live, you're never gonna see a freak like this. Come on, man. Take a look.
This is
You ain't gonna see nothing.
the kind of, piss poor hospital.
Yeah.
This
Say that,
is
dude.
right up there with Halloween 2's hospital
Yeah.
policy.
I'm saying to that bloke, listen, I'm going to HR.
Yeah.
Immediately. Stop talking to me.
Yeah. Stop showing me this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he looks pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, he's not at his
It's
best.
not at his best form. I mean, he
I mean,
wouldn't
if they
be.
came in to see me like that too, I'd be saying, at least give me fucking 10 minutes to have a shave and brush my hair or something. Like
Correct.
Corky Burger. That's my favourite. The
Corky
producer of
Burger.
Corky Burger.
You know what? The music is fantastic.
Mm.
It really is. I prefer this music to Friday the 13th or any of those. Like,
How dare
the only one that I don't, it's not better than is Halloween.
Friday the 13th, aka Slaughter High.
Slaughter High.
AKA Friday the 13th, 2 through
8. This one is fantastic because there's this real sort of foreboding thing about it. It doesn't really change greatly. It doesn't build up to Jack Shoulder.
Jack Shoulder doing a bit of editing work.
Rick Wakeman.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I like it. It's got that nice sort of...
I like how it's broken between bluegrass music and the other stuff too.
Obviously, Tom Savini was the special effects man here. Harvey Weinstein. Ooh.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. It's interesting. It's clearly interesting to look at this in the lens of what he ended up getting done for. And I feel like the film has a sleaze about it that's, you know, you could look at it and say, well, you know, I'm not surprised based on what happened. But I feel like there's also a pretty big gap there between it.
Yeah.
This was their first film, so it's hard to kind of connect them.
Yep.
But I feel like looking back, you could actually say, yes, look. Because this is much sleazier than the Fridays. It's much sleazier than My Bloody Valentine. Or
well, you know, they're talking about created by, talking about story input. They didn't have that on a lot. I mean, they probably did have input, but they didn't necessarily have the credits of that on a lot of their movies.
Yeah.
So...
for some reason, I'm not a big fan of this sequence.
No, I don't love this one either.
And I can't stop laughing at the doctor going, look, don't be so angry about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
take it
burnt.
easy.
I am fucking burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
Like, I am burnt. Totally.
Very, very badly burned.
Yes. I am totally burned.
But look, it was for shits and giggles.
Yeah. Don't get angry at the kids.
Let's move on.
Don't get angry at the kids. Yeah. This was purely
I'm a little
camp
upset.
hijinks.
I've spent 5 years learning how to fucking walk again and do all this sort of business while these blokes are probably working on Wall Street somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Fixing their hair every day. I do like the fact that they have gone ahead 5 years.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, yes, you would need 5 years to recover enough to be able to move around.
Yeah.
And do some of the things that he does.
Correct.
But Cropsy's now roaming the streets of, is it New York?
Are you coming up?
That's kind of what I've taken it as, but it's just kind of random big city, right?
Yeah. But I just don't like this sequence. I feel like there's no need for it.
No.
It has no bearing on what Cropsy...
Like the low key lighting, huh? That's all right with me.
It has no bearing on what he ends up doing.
Aren't you gonna
No.
take off your hat? Of course, you want to keep your hat on.
Yeah, good. Put it back on.
It's just kind of, I guess it's just kind of confirming that,
Yeah.
you know, perhaps he's trying to just sort of get on with things, but then
Oh, okay.
this is just like the...
he's
He's just trying to live a normal life with the odd visit to the knock shop.
He gets out of the hospital after 5 years, and the first thing he does, he's trying to get on with my life. I'm just going to go visit a prostitute.
Yeah, but I guess it's like, it's just giving us the reaction to him
Yeah,
and
physically.
what it's gonna be, basically. I mean, look, Cropsy, there's hookers that'll take your business no matter what you look like. Just be upfront. This is what I'm after.
This is what I
look
am.
like.
Look,
Can we work a deal?
I am Freddy Krueger. My cock has been burned off. Right? I like to watch.
I would have thought so. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, how things are functioning there, because you're not in your physically best state at this point.
No. Yeah, this whole...
But this is kind of where it starts with the sort of grubby.
Yes, there's a grubbiness. There's a grubbiness. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie, Cropsy's probably not going to do that well on fucking Match.com.
No.
So, perhaps the back in the 80s he was better off. Now this, I'll tell you one thing I will say about this. This is camp, this is camp. Camp Stonewater, and it looks like camp.
I mean, the the lake looks like a bog.
The cleaning staff are watching porn.
Honestly,
I feel like I'm right back there.
what do we know about this? But we're happy to just have the bloke continue working with us.
Well,
Look at Costanza. Really just... I mean, he's just heading... You can already see he's heading in that direction. This is the same guy. This is a young Costanza, not a young Jason Alexander.
yeah. It's a young Costanza. Oh my god.
I mean, you can hear him going back to the cabin and someone saying, "How could you live with yourself?" It's not easy.
Just the conversations, they have this real scummy sort of style about them.
Yeah.
And this guy's behaviour, this guy here, what's his name?
Why? Who wants to know?
Eddie.
Eddie.
His behaviour is fucking shit ass.
What do you say now, son?
Costanza's hair is just unbelievable. It is. It is. Like, I feel like it's not right.
Yeah.
It's like Ed Harris dancing in Creepshow. It shouldn't. It
Shouldn't be. Shouldn't exist. Yeah, it's kind of like I would put, Linda Hamilton singing in Children of the Corn in that category. Although she's trying, it's very awkward. I'd prefer not to continue watching the scene.
No.
Same.
Same thing here. I do like the shears as a weapon.
Yep.
I could do without this fucking, Vaseline infused camera work whenever Cropsy's around.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's kind of limiting, isn't it? Because it limits, I guess, if I'm assuming from this that every time we see it through Cropsy's eyes, it's going to have to be like that. And then if you're trying to go for a scare, well, then you're cheating if you put the Vaseline on the lens, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, it's not Cropsy, but actually, So we'll see how that plays out. I can't actually remember. Is Cropsy sitting there going, that's prime meat?
Probably.
Jesus. Have some class, gentlemen.
Look, these movies were not known for their class,
No.
but to me there was always a level.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, there was some
And
of
I
them...
feel like this one goes over that.
Yeah, well, there was some of them where a character was clearly sleazy. And you'd have other characters, like Friday the 13th. It's part 2, isn't it? The one where...
Scott?
Yeah.
Who takes that woman's fucking...
Yeah, he's a real sleaze, but they kind of play that off with old mate in the wheelchair who's being a gentleman going through the same process. So it kind of makes, Scott look, stand out as you're a bit of a scumbag. Whereas this one, everyone's a scumbag.
And she's going, I really like Eddie. Eddie's a fucking wanker.
A prick. Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
What's he offering? What do you talk about? Because it seems like every time you're around
Sometimes he really scares me.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's not good.
No.
And she's talking to the head counsellor about it. Well, the head counsellor should be going, tell Eddie to fucking kick it to the curb.
Yes.
And by the way, I think Glazer likes to use lubricated rubbers. Like, fuck.
Again, why does everyone know this? Glazer's watching porn in the office too, isn't he?
Oh, definitely. Well, there's a
Him and Eddie.
There's a sequence
There's a pair of them.
There's a sequence where fucking Sears and Roebuck Costanza comes back with a fucking a loot haul of bloody stick bags and starts handing them out at one point. And of course Glazer's there going, ooh, yeah.
Again, there is young children here. That's our primary job. Looking after the kids.
But they're the young children. Like, fuck.
Oh, man.
And look, again, I feel like they've captured the camp.
Yeah, perfect. There's someone peeking through the window. There's, There's currently a panty raid going on. Perfectly.
Yeah. There's a panty raid going on. The girls are countering with a jockstrap raid.
Jesus Christ. The 80s. What was wrong with you? Yeah, I feel almost dirty by, association being a child in the 80s.
I can guarantee you, if someone walks through that door, I'm going, oh, shit, how did I turn this off? Why am I watching anything?
Exactly.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? We're watching Dances with Wolves. She looks like she's showering with a bottle of ketchup.
Okay, so we've got Sally hitting the showers early.
Which I would be too, given that I've just brushed past Eddie and Costanza. I'm thinking, shit, I need to wash myself immediately.
Oh, man. I need a fucking steel bloody Brillo pad after I rubbed up against that pair. Fucking hell. It's an open air shower.
Yeah, not a fan.
No.
I mean, I'm okay with an open air shower, like a temporary open air shower, but if this is the... We're not at the beach. I use that to wash off when I hop out of the fog after I finish swimming class for the day. Brush off.
But you're open to whatever his name is peeping over the fucking...
Exactly.
Like, if it's got a roof, then there's none of this.
Exactly.
And I believe we brought it up.
I've heard Cropsy was a bit of a creep. I bet he put this plan together. No, we don't need it. We don't need a roof.
Shouldn't we put a roof on it? No.
It'll be alright.
They dry off better. Alfred is the creeper.
Alfred. So we got Glazer, we got
Cropsy.
Eddie, we got Alfred, we got Cropsy. Is this the care for people who've been sent here for a particular reason? They're not here of their own free will?
Wake up, Tiger. Too late.
Yeah, is this like a fucking work camp?
Yeah.
Like,
we're busy.
Like a juvenile sex pest? Is that what this is? Because fucking hell, it seems to be that way.
Yeah.
And
So when I'm coming to, oversee the site, I'm saying that who decided not to put a roof on the shower because we are housing fucking sex pests here? We know this, don't we? Whose idea was that? Cropsy, I need to speak to the bloke immediately.
But you know what? We said this in the episode, Jared. Alfred is always fucking jumping up and down about how nobody likes him. Well, you were actually in the shower room too, you fucking scumbag.
Alfred.
Like, I thought he was peeping over the top of the back of the thing because it had no roof, but he was right in there.
Here's Eddie. Eddie's coming in to fucking start telling him, what are you doing here? And later, after this bloke leaves, Eddie's going, how'd you get in there?
Yeah. So did you come in from the front entrance or did you look over the top?
I just climbed over because there's no roof on the thing. I just jumped over.
And he's like, ooh, you know what?
Yeah, Alfred... I can tell you, if we're being candid, I can probably give you a couple of reasons why people don't like you.
Only meant to scare her? Why? Why, Alfred? Explain to me why you were doing it.
We learned these lessons 5 years ago when we tried to scare Cropsy. Don't do these things.
I tried to scare someone back in the day, says Todd. And it ended in a bloke getting fucking killed.
It ended badly.
And he's going to double dinner package too,
That kid's weird. Oh, he's just a kid. Kids do that. The guy looks like he's 25.
Have a look at Todd though in the double denim get up.
Yeah. Looks like you and your hard tape jacket.
Don't laugh because that fucking thing was real. I thought it was a jam. I thought I'd be
scared. You thought you were getting a costume piece, but you have a legitimate top flight denim jacket.
It is a top flight piece of kit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of turning up to work in it. It's just a real wake
Well,
up.
you probably should keep it handy after you fucking having to step into some dog shit or something. Get a change of clothes. Clothes handy.
I think you owe me something for this. Start talking, says Todd.
I only wanted to scare him.
Okay,
Alfred.
explain, Alfred, Why? What are you going to do? I pull back the shower curtain and you go, booga, booga, booga.
I understand that, Alfred, but you also had no pants on.
Yeah. Your fly was undone.
And we've discussed this previously. I noticed on your file, that's why you're in here.
It's like someone's always telling me what to do all the time.
Well, when they tell you to get out of the women's shower block, that's fucking legitimate. That is a legitimate reason.
That's an understandable request. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. No, but everyone's telling me what to do. Well, if they're advising you on things that are going to keep you away from fucking sexual harassment charges, that's probably good advice, mate.
Yeah. I know that you feel like you're hard done by. I know you think you should be able to walk into the female bathrooms anytime you want.
And when you leave this office, please put some fucking pants on immediately, Alfred.
Oh, he wants to get back at Glazer. And now we find out why. Alright, Alfred, I'm willing to listen.
Look, I'll give you the hot tip. So far, this is not passing the fucking Bechdel test.
No, it's not. It stinks. It fucking stinks to high heaven.
Oh, God.
No, it's the way.
Look at it.
I guess it's like the social, you know, the way women were treated back then.
Yeah,
I feel like it's part of that. Have a look at this bloke. Glazer. He's gone fucking sleeveless.
Yeah.
Things are a bit too tight too, Glazer. Like, slightly bigger.
Glazer currently looks like a fucking bad audition tape for Roadhouse or something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Looks shocking.
He feels like he should be down at the Double Deuce fucking picking up glasses.
Yeah. But you're right. You can tell, like, the writers of this, it's like they've never fucking been in the presence of a woman.
Yeah, it does have that kind of, like, women are kind of, like, seen as, like, there for the blokes. That's just how the interactions are happening. And once again, it's 1981 or whatever it is, so maybe it was you saw some of that shit in other slashes.
Yeah, well, this is a prime example of the blokes that run the show, the blokes that writing the shit.
Yeah.
And Harvey Weinstein had never spoken to a woman in his life.
No, if he did, she fucking
this is autobiographical.
Yeah.
This is his fucking camp experience. He's fucking Alfred.
Maybe.
Yeah, look, I have come down on him, but Glazer, you're a dickhead as well, so fucking stop it.
Glazer is meant to be a child, is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he's about fucking 40, but... So, this
I'm
counsellor is threatening him.
I don't know who's a counsellor, who's a kid.
Costanza's definitely not a counsellor.
Looks like he shat himself too.
No.
Costanza. I can't stop laughing. It's fucking... Oh, look at him. I mean, you can tell this would be an episode of Seinfeld where they're taking the piss out of his shorts. Like,
I know. If it's in the bin, it's refuse.
He's even got the delivery. The delivery's kind of like he's trying to be cool, but you can imagine him going back to his cabin later, going, "That's what I should have said."
I mean, I expect him to come out of the toilet with no shirt on.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see.
Well, fuck, Alfred, you're a fucking wet blanket and you're a pest. A sex pest. Stop it. Oh, he's a young Indian exchange student. He's just...
Yeah. He's only a couple of years removed from playing an Indian.
He's come over from Mumbai for the summer. This is a really camp experience. Oh my god. Who thought that was a good idea? That said, I used to fucking love that movie.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know.
Glazer, look at your shorts!
Oh god. Yeah. Glazer's going to be in the office too, talking about it. Apparently you exposed yourself down at the pool. No, just a pair of short shorts.
No, a Jazz cracker popped out of your trunk while you were fucking swimming around, you dirty bub.
I've been told you had one testicle hanging out either side of your shorts. I mean, that's...
Yeah. See, This is where I kind of see like meatballs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you took the slasher elements out, you'd probably still have a reasonably successful kind of meatball style.
Yeah. Dead set. We haven't had one of these blokes talk to a girl and just say, hey, how's it going? How's your day? Or something like that. They're all talking about, hey, you look like a couple of mermaids. Hey, meet me in the rec room at 8:30. Like, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, not one of these blokes has spoken to a woman without a fat.
Exactly. They are all Kevin Bacon at the moment. All of them.
Alright, guys, I gotta meet my
No,
rate. Dave,
this is kind of hijinks.
you sure you want me to go?
Yeah.
Alfred, this is about to be the greatest moment in your
Look at Costanza just giving out that.
lives. Ready, aim, fire, run. Quiz is gonna
Don't run. Just fucking drop the gun and look around.
Yeah.
Ready,
What? What are you talking about? Wasn't me.
aim, mark 'em.
I mean, look. That's quality. If we'd done that to Cropsy, none of us would be here. But none of us would be in the situation we're in. We'd have Cropsy with a fucking, with a bruise on his ass and everyone laughing about it.
Him threatening to go home and no longer empty the fucking bins.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
No, the fucking hairy bums are in
Yeah. Look.
But again, this hijinks is fine. Like, it works.
Yeah, that's fine.
It actually does work.
Yeah, Cropsy holding his ass saying, you wait till you try to play volleyball the next week and I haven't fucking mowed the strip, you bastard.
You wait. And look, isn't Fisher Stevens supposed to be like 16?
Yeah.
So he's smoking a... Here we go. Here he comes.
Yeah, why don't they just make these the counsellors?
Got the Playboy for you. Got the Hustler.
Jesus. Yeah, I got him off the bloke, the new caretaker, the Russian fella.
Yeah.
He's giving him away.
He told me this stuff's really good.
Christ.
Like, so far, Jared, large portions of the dialogue and stuff have been around that, sex or sexual things like Playboy and stuff like that. And again, that's not abnormal for slasher films. They're a bit like that, but the much better ones go around that a lot.
Yeah, but it's not every scene.
Yeah.
You guys are a good bunch of wimps, you know that? Look at that girly magazines. You guys make me sick. You gotta try to...
Shut up, Glazer. Just trying to fucking thumb through Playboy in peace here, mate.
Well, then you won't mind paying the new market price for about $5. Okay. Give me what I asked for.
Here we go.
Absolutely shit, man. Look, I asked for lubricated rubbers. These aren't lubricated rubbers.
I don't know. Jesus Christ. I don't know why, but every time I watch that, it reminds me of fucking booty call.
Yeah. I only need, I haven't got 10 dicks to put it on. I need one or two. Sorry, lubricated I'm not happy for $5 for a packet of rubbers. I mean, you know that Costanza had to go and buy them from a grocery store along with a bag of apples. For every other items that have it hidden in amongst them.
I didn't need any of that shit. I threw the apples out on the way here.
I mean, this is the thing. These days with the self-serve, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, of course. You just quickly check who's next to you. It's in the bag.
Back in those days, you'd pile all the stuff up, you put your fraggers in the middle, and then they'd put it all through and they'd get to the fraggers and you'd be like...
You kind of look at the person behind you and go, are they yours? That's right, just leave them there.
Yeah, they're yours. Don't worry, just chuck them in.
I'll get them. I'll get them for you.
Yeah, don't argue. I'll pay for them. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm paying it forward today.
But yeah, so Glazer needs his lubricated rubbers. This guy has got denim on denim on
He's got
denim.
nothing but denim in his wardrobe.
He's got denim jeans, a denim shirt, a denim jacket. Oh no, he's gone for the white shirt now.
Look, normally I'd say, Glazer, stop being an asshole. But when he's pointing at Alfred going, you're a weirdo, man, I'm saying, fuck it over you.
You saw a face.
Nothing. What do you reckon,
see,
genius? Jesus. I was caught in the showers this morning peeping at his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's still upset.
Yeah, rightly so too, mind
Exactly.
you. I've looked back on what I did earlier on today. I've accepted I've made a bad mistake.
I'm slightly ashamed of myself.
But you know what though? They're trying to make Alfred kind of like the main protagonist somewhat.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, but that's a problem, right?
That is a huge problem.
Because he's just been caught fucking peeping. I mean, geez, have some fucking...
Hey, hang on. Glazer's just given us the first how you doing.
Hey!
But he's done like this. Hey, Sally.
How you going? Yeah, well, he's currently... I mean, under the table, he's fucking rubbing against her. Like, can you just stop? He's back off a minute? Todd, calm down, Glazer. Jesus.
Glazer? Come off it. What harm is he doing? He's been staring at me. That's the harm he's doing.
Yeah, they kind of try and make out like, oh, here we go.
Set for the trip tomorrow?
This is not the best work from
Life jacket? Spermicide?
spermicide.
George, stop it.
Holy shit, you need a team. Yeah, one guy is not enough. You need a team.
God almighty.
You leave my champ alone.
But I feel like they're trying to make Alfred the protagonist, but it doesn't really work because he's not likable. The first time we interact with him, he's peeping at a woman in the shower.
I mean, I'll tell you how you get around that problem. Just don't put him in that fucking shower situation. And Glazer's just picking on the bloke because Glazer's a dick.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
it's not hard to work out.
Yeah.
So I feel like there was some potential changes you could have made earlier on. You could have made Alfred your protagonist.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to say...
But that's one of the issues with this movie. It doesn't actually have a protagonist, a main protagonist, because Todd sort of splits some of that. You know, like, and there's so many of the characters that survive.
Mm. Fisher
Stevens heading back.
I mean, he actually looks like...
He looks like a
kid.
kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And look, you would roam the camp. You know?
Yeah.
You wouldn't walk around in groups and stuff. You'd just wander around.
Well, I don't know about you. I mean, fuck, I'm happy to roam around by myself. I'm a lone wolf sometimes.
Well, that's what I mean. You didn't always just need to be around a heap of people, but the thing was there's so
well,
many
at your summer camp, it sounded like you didn't want to be around many people.
There was a few kids I didn't really... Yeah,
Didn't really gel with.
Struggled with a couple of them.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more people at camp than you think, and this actually showcases it better than a lot of others.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids, there's a lot of counsellors, you know.
Well, it's just like school camp, mate.
Yeah.
It's like on school camp, you're going with one school, but in, holiday summer camps over there, it's people that are fucking from all over the place. But it's a large, as you said, it's a large group of people.
I mean, for fuck's sake, Jason, some of the camps that Jason was frequenting, there was like 10 people at.
Yeah, they wouldn't even know they were missing.
Oh, where's Jack? Oh,
he's probably hiking somewhere.
Yeah.
We've got 1,200 other people here to worry about.
So, and look, they build a little bit of that tension here that Cropsy's around.
Mm.
Do they do it successfully? I feel like at times they do, but then there are other points where it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Is that meant to be Cropsy walking into the room then? Or is it meant to be Todd?
Yet to be determined. Cropsy was there because he was peeking through the window. But
yeah, it's definitely Todd. You can see the denim.
Todd, yeah.
important stuff. Time. You scared the shit out of me.
Well, turn a light on, dickhead. Fuck.
Well, fuck yeah, they do have. There is no electricity and running water at this place. Look, there's a fucking light on at the front of the place.
Exactly. Glazer didn't say he was worried about anyone. Fuck, Glazer's
This is
only
some
worried about
joke.
himself.
I'm getting a little fed up with Glazer's sense of humour. Why though? He's such a funny guy.
The guy's hilarious.
One in each canoe.
And I like the idea of
More stuff like that. You're on your way home. Got it.
they're heading out on a long distance camp thing in the canoes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that idea. I think that's a nice way of kind of taking the elements away
Mm.
Got it?
and making it harder to get help.
I mean, this guy's got no idea. He didn't even whip out a fucking 1, 2, 3 eyes on me or anything like
Yeah.
that. Fuck, no one's listening to
And
you.
then, here we go, a little bit of fucking banjo.
Giddy up. Deliverance. Costanza, get some longer shorts on, mate. Get the boardies out.
They weren't around in 81. The long boardies were not around in 81.
No, clearly.
And this guy, fucking Alfred, is such a cunt. He is. He's just every part of every sequence he's in. He's just such a fucking prick.
Yeah.
Like he just can't. He has no fun whatsoever at camp. None.
But again, that is all reframed if we haven't fucking caught the bloke peeping in the shower.
Correct.
You got a bit of sympathy for him. He's fucking depressed. He doesn't want to be here or whatever. He's been forced to come along.
And he's stuck with
Because his
people like
parents,
Glazer.
being a 25-year-old man, his parents just have a fucking concern.
I mean, Todd still, even whilst canoeing, is wearing denim. I mean, for fuck's sake, man. Get a t-shirt. Christ. And I feel like we
Yeah,
need.
fuck, they've gone down, so they're going to have to go and get decontaminated before they come back to camp. I'll be saying, stop splashing that shit on me. I don't want to catch
Well, fuck,
anything.
mate, if you do it bloody Lake Burley Griffin, you'd be dead.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Everything's burnt down.
So, now we've got the classic kind of, campfire story.
I mean, this looks just like...
Friday the 13th Part 2.
Yeah.
Well, let me just throw this at you. Spoiler alert for people, but Todd was involved in that shit with Cropsey. Why the fuck would you tell that story?
Yeah.
You burned a person to what you would have believed would have been to death.
He's just mentioned that Cropsey was doing two bottles of whiskey a day. Fucking hell. I can tell you, if you're fucking banging on my window after I've had two bottles of whiskey, I'm not waking up.
You could set fire to the fucking place and I still would be there.
I would have opened my eyes, seen you there, seen my legs on fire, and just gone fucking rolled
I
over.
can
and gone back to
guarantee you,
sleep.
I rolled over, cocked a leg, farted, probably shit myself at the same time.
Yeah,
I've had
exactly.
2 bottles of whiskey.
Yeah, you wouldn't have come near me because you would have smelt that I'd shit myself before you'd even got there.
You'd have lit a match, I would have gone up without the fucking... just the grog on me.
Yeah.
This Cropsey really went after this kid for Brookie. He followed him around night and day.
So he made this kid's life a living hell.
Yes.
Chose the wrong guy. Because the kid and some of his buddies were planning.
So
It's still quite vague.
it's very
It all
vague.
sounds like I'm
And is Costanza wearing a fucking... like a cardigan?
wearing a vest. No, he's got a cardi on.
They tried to get him out, but the
But
fires-
I am telling you right now, if I had been involved, I am not telling this story. At all.
No.
Just in case someone ties it back to me.
Yeah, I'm not incriminating myself.
cried out, I will return. I will have my revenge.
But the simple fact is, right, Cropsey's knocking back 2 bottles of whiskey a day. I mean, he's sleeping under a pizza box, Jared.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's definitely not... I mean, yeah, he's not even back at his... You know what? If he's knocking over 2 bottles of whiskey a day, he's not even back sleeping at his cabin. He's on the ground somewhere.
If I do one session of 2 whiskies. I'm not getting up the next day to do another 2. I'm getting up in 3 days' time. So it's not possible for me to do 2 bottles of whiskey a day. Jesus. Cropsy. Slow down, buddy.
Oh, but also, clearly they had... the hospital had seen Cropsy before.
Yeah. Look, they pulled their mask off. I'm screaming louder. Fuck, it's Eddie!
You fucking
Keep your hands to
lazy
yourself.
bastard.
Yeah, sorry, the hospital had...
The hospital had seen Cropsy before because he'd been admitted for fucking grog.
Exactly. We pumped this guy's stomach last week.
Hey, he looked different though.
And he slept through the whole operation.
We didn't even have to give him a fucking sedative. He was fucking flat out.
Oh, God.
See, look at this day for night shift though. This is terrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's really bad. It's meant to be night time, but it's clearly fucking daytime.
Clearly.
Clearly.
I mean, it's mid-morning.
Yeah. Okay, you put a filter over it. No, not enough, fellas. Not enough.
Then he lights him, leaves him in front of somebody's door.
You see, there you go. Harmless prank.
And this guy's telling
I mean,
a story.
Eddie's a sex pest, but at least he knows how to play a prank that's not going to kill somebody.
I know, but he's too busy. He's attacking.
Jesus.
He's forcibly kissing women.
Yeah, and she's grabbing his chin, kind of pushing him away. I can't figure you out, you know? Yeah, I'm not into you, Eddie. That's what... well, how hard's that to figure out?
I do like you, Eddie.
No, you don't.
What? You're always talking about how many women you've had. I don't want to be just another statistic.
Sharon, now,
Jesus Christ.
come on. If 2 people like each other, they want each other, so you do it.
Do you? Is that
But
how it
Eddie, the
works?
problem here is one person likes the other one.
Yeah.
We haven't confirmed that the other person likes you back.
And one does not want to be a statistic.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, God. That's really bad fucking writing.
Yeah, this whole sequence here is extremely, looking at it from the lens of the Weinstein issues, reeks.
It fucking...
of that shit.
exactly.
Because it's forcible and things like this. He threatens her later. Like, it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Promise?
Hey. Relax. Just take a quiet swim around and be back to the camp.
We're going to take a quiet swim around in a fucking dirty lake. I mean, God only knows what swab up the end of your old
Exactly.
yeah, that shit in the Amazon.
I came back with a fucking rash.
Yeah. I need to go back to camp. Poison ivy on my nuts.
Has anybody got some fucking lotion of some sort?
You can see him coming over to Costanza and go, $2 for a thing of lotion? You got it with you?
He's kind of like the guy in Juice Bigelow. He's fucking tapping people on the shoulder going, hey, have a look at this.
Do you think I'll be alright? I'd better be.
That sounds like Eddie.
Okay, so we're in for a skinny dip, right? It's clearly daytime.
Yeah, it's clearly daytime.
It just feels like she is not interested.
The water's
right?
clearly filthy.
And yet we
she's not-
continue to
look,
push
listen
the...
to that. Don't fight it. Don't fight
Yeah,
it.
it's not good.
That's classic fucking...
And why have that? Like, why not just go for 2 people skinny dipping and Cropsy's watching them? Why have all that?
Exactly.
Is it because they want her to leave in a huff?
Why'd you come out here?
See, this isn't good.
Yeah,
He grabs her.
Get the fuck out of my place.
Yeah. Eddie's a great bloke.
Yeah, great. Eddie's a fantastic
Jesus.
bloke.
God.
The whole thing is bad, and there was no
I think there's-
reason for it to be like this.
There is some element of yeah, okay, we're all okay with Eddie getting fucking knocked over now.
Yeah, there's an element of that. Yeah, but she gets knocked over first.
But it's everyone. I mean, everyone's got a bit of that.
But the
at
problem
some
is
point.
she gets killed first.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
So there's no sort of like he gets his comeuppance in the water after being an
Oh, fuck,
arsehole.
the panty raid's on. Here we go.
Clothing raid. Do you know what I mean? The idea should have been Cropsy wades into the water and fucks him up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but they don't do that. They don't even do that. So they don't even dish up like some comeuppance for his actions.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets it later.
But that's, as you said, it's kind of, it's past done by then, you know?
Yeah. But again, as I was referring to before, you don't need it to be like that. Why can't they both be just skinny dipping and they just come up with a fucking reason for her to leave and then she gets necked or he leaves?
Well, I mean, she doesn't need much more of a reason to leave
in this case,
hanging around.
But you know what I mean? Like in Friday the 13th Part 5, I gotta go wash up. Something ridiculous like that.
Or, you know, she's having a fucking skinny dip and then she's like, it's them damn enchiladas.
Yeah, that's right. Oh shit, I gotta go drop something somewhere. Fuck. So I feel like it's almost in there because I don't know why, but it's not good. Whatever the reasoning behind it. Oh, see, this is where Savini sort of, you know, this is where he fires.
I believe they had what's his name? What was the guy? The other special effects guy? What's his name? Smith or something? I believe they had his blood recipe by this point.
Oh, Dick Smith.
Yeah, Dick Smith.
Yeah. So it actually looked like blood.
Yeah.
Not like
because he, I think in that doco that you mentioned, it was Tasso, I believe, that sort of said, yeah, early on Dawn of the Dead, we didn't have his blood recipe yet, so it looks like paint.
Yeah. It's very, very
very red and very, yeah.
So, day one's over with.
Denim? Is it Todd?
It's definitely Todd. Hey, Eddie. Where's Karen at?
You know where's Karen?
Know where she is.
With her last night, remember?
What?
So she never came back.
I didn't look for her because I figured she was with you.
So where is she, Eddie? Come
Hey, what the hell is this? Some sort of interrogation here?
Don't give me that. Where?
Yes.
All right.
She was with... Eddie, let me get it through your thick skull. She was last seen with you. She has not come back. Where is she?
Yes.
It's not
and
fucking
I've been led
hard.
to believe somebody saw you grabbing at the woman.
And it's threatening her.
Yeah.
You know, like it makes sense to ask where is she?
She was scared of me. Then how come she went with me?
I don't know.
She was scared of him. Like, she fucking... None of this looks good. None of
Not
this
at
looks
all.
good at all.
No.
See, Todd still... He still managed to bring the denim to the table.
They came down here, went swimming, and I don't know. Look, what did she do? She didn't do anything. She called me a few names, swam back to shore, and I figured she went back with everyone else.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. I called you a few names too, you fucking...
Sack of shit. You sack of shit. See, I like this that Cropsy kind of cuts them off.
Yeah.
Gets rid of the canoes.
Yeah. But they're not on an island, are they?
Go accidentally.
No, but they're... I just assumed. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Can we hike back? Can we hike back?
Did they
yes, we can.
Did they do the trip in the canoes to an island? Did they mention it was an island?
No.
Maybe.
They've gone a long way away from the camp.
Yeah, right.
But does that mean you can't walk back?
Get on foot. Get off you go. Get your trail shoes on and fucking let's go.
Is that's correct. You should be able to walk back.
Yeah. Look at the place though. You'll fucking run into Bigfoot by accident.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And look. Look at the numbers.
Yeah.
There's a good number of people there.
Dave sold it to some Indian guy. It's Fisher Harris.
Fisher Stevens, not Fisher Harris.
Fisher Stevens, sorry.
I mean, he probably looks.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Oh, shit. You cut it out, Glazer. Leave the filthy animal alone.
Is it just me, or just Costanza looks like he's got a rug on?
It does. It does.
It does look like a rug.
I think it's only because
We always see him as bald.
We used to, but it has that fucking consistency about it.
Okay, come on, let's start.
Come on, it'll be fun.
Fucking hell, he could borrow a bit of a mop from just about anyone else here. Everyone else has
So
got...
hang on, what are we doing here? We're looking for items to put together a makeshift raft.
What do you think?
So we must be on an island. But look, I see 2 sections of land there. You swim that shit. You can get across the other side in about 10 seconds. It's not
Alfred
fucking...
can't.
True. But that's alright, we leave him here, because he's a fucking scummy...
Sorry, mate. All the listeners motherfuckers are being looked by.
Yeah.
You, Costanza,
Yeah. You
Glazer.
can call this the fucking island of the peepers now. You have it to yourself.
Hey, Dave, you've never been. What a big speedboat with a work engine. Oh, why shouldn't you?
Hey, what about this?
What about that? What do you expect? It looks like a houseboat for ants or something like
It
that.
floats.
It floats, huh?
Dave.
Sometimes we seek wood.
Why would you chuck that out? You need it. I mean, shit. It's a 2-litre bottle of milk carton. It floats for you.
What do I gotta do, huh? What do I gotta do?
And again, you know, this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we've got a bloke forcing himself on a woman for the fucking second time in the movie.
Glazer, guess what, mate? She has to be into it. You need
Exactly.
to understand.
And the way that these blokes act when they're told, fucking go away.
Yeah. It's like I
firing up and-
better up the ante.
Yeah, so
Um,
as you said, this all looks so much worse in the
in the context of what
the
Weinstein was doing.
stuff. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it didn't look good before that. Now it looks even worse.
but you know what? You didn't look at it so closely. Like, I didn't look at the burning that closely. Like, I always looked at the burning as being, it's just like, I mean, fuck, look at him. He's basically forcing himself upon her.
Yeah. Oh, but she's still into it later, maybe. Like,
No thanks,
on.
fucking thumb dick.
yeah.
But you know what? This is the funny thing, Jared. This shit still goes on.
Yeah, of course.
But my thing is, and getting back to what I was saying before,
Oh, Alfred.
Alfred!
Come on.
have you not learned that you're not supposed to peep at people? In fact, it's kind of all he does
Yeah.
in the whole movie.
It's his whole character. I peep.
Rowdy Roddy Peeper!
I peep. I get upset and surly.
Yeah.
I have another peep.
I peep again. I see Crofty's ugly face, I go, ah! And then I peep again. I peep some more. But,
Look at that. That's not getting you anywhere.
absolutely not. That is going down within 20 metres.
Cropsy's only had to kill 10 of them because the other 10 just fucking drowned after that thing sank.
No. Crofty's hiding in the canoe and then he looks over and he sees them going under and he's like, fuck. And look, they whipped that thing together pretty quick.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're tired? We're doing all the work up here.
Hey, you all please shut the fuck up with this one, man.
I think,
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint a character and say, gee, I like that character.
it is hard. Because even Todd, you find out that Todd was involved. But even before that, he's manhandling Glazer and he's
Yeah.
doing things like that.
And the girls don't actually have characters. They're the whole movie they're talking about, Glazer, or I don't like this guy, I like that guy. It's just like, you don't have much.
Correct. And as I was saying before, I never looked at it this way. I looked at it as a slasher movie that just... And this is the sort of thing that went on. I never really, when I was younger, looked at it more deeply and sort of thought, yeah, it's a little bit sleazier than some of the other ones.
Yeah, but it's twofold, right? It's that you got older.
Yeah.
Like when you first started watching this movie, we weren't even interacting with girls. Just, you know,
know what a woman was.
Sitting in the classroom hoping to say hello.
I'd like to say hello. Should I take the Glazer approach?
Maybe not. I don't think so. But yeah, you know, it's time, obviously, but also, you know, as I said, getting older, fucking understanding relationships and fucking social etiquette and things a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, I say social etiquette. I think I knew all along that you don't just roll up to a woman and attempt to kiss her.
No, and I also think I knew all along that making lewd remarks was not really going to get you anywhere. Like, I love these blokes who still do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you really that fucking stupid?
Yeah,
this is a really
casting
good
a wide net to catch the fucking...
Yeah.
The 0% of ladies that are going to...
It's a small percentage of ladies who find that shit attractive.
All right, here we go.
This is really well done.
Yeah. I love that silhouette shot too. Like, it's a great way to start it, and then...
And the special effects are excellent.
Yeah. Whoa! Jesus
Christ! Good old fucking Fisher Stevens from Mumbai loses his fucking hands. And look, you can see some of the seams there, you know, like the long neck and stuff like that. But, you know, that's just the fucking, you know, the price you pay here.
But again, this was early on, and you know, as we've spoken about before, at the time, Tom Savini didn't know that they were going to do 4K restorations of this shit.
Yeah, that's
right. So it looked great before they cleaned everything up.
Yeah, but also, let's look at... we talked about American Werewolf in London, which was made in the same year as this. And American Werewolf in London had a $10 million budget. This had like $1 million. So you're talking about different
ball game.
Different ball game. You know, you're spending money to make that stuff look really, really impressive. And I'm not saying Savini's stuff was any less impressive.
No, not at all.
He was doing it on a shoestring and making it look fucking awesome. Especially the one where Glazer gets killed. Like,
can you fucking hurry up with that?
Yeah, that looks fucking awesome. Still looks awesome today.
They're probably safer than we are.
No, even if Cropsey hadn't have got there, I feel like the raft...
You sent a group of kids with neither one of you.
Yeah.
One of you should have gone.
You'd think?
Aren't these guys both counsellors? They were too busy trying to get some nookie.
Correct.
So, like, Todd should have gone with the group on the boat.
Yeah.
Or the rickety sort of raft stuff.
You need to oversee this or you're going to have a fucking assault case on your hands.
Yeah, correct.
Eddie's on that boat.
There are other females on that boat too. That's trouble. The problem is it's twofold. You got Glazer still back on the island.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly.
I mean, Jesus. And again, I do like some of this location stuff. It looks good, you know. Is this also day for night as well? Is this meant to be night time?
I'm getting the sense with the crickets and things.
But again, look at this. Everything about this looks uncomfortable and not wanted.
Relax. Stop. I mean, it doesn't sound like a... every one of these interactions is fucking sleazy. He sounds like he's having some sort of fit.
Jesus, Glazer. I mean, fuck, mate. You have not made that a good experience for her. Or did you not get it done? Is that what happened? So they kind of try and temper it by saying, look, he's got a small dick and he didn't get it done. And he was too busy grunting like a fucking baboon while he was doing it as well. So the ambience wasn't there either.
No, the mood. I mean, you're trying to do it in fucking mud and
shit.
slop.
But look, Glazer, there are ways of doing this even in this fucking particular setup, which is not great. You've got a couple of, sleeping bags and what have you. There are ways of doing it, making it nice. Like get some candles. I mean, he only comes up with a candle idea afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, she's already covered in leeches by that point.
There's a one fucking big leech there, and it's him.
Oh, man.
But, he punches the ground like, oh, God, I couldn't get it done. Fucking, of course you couldn't. I mean, but you sounded like you had.
I don't know. It sounded like there was a lot of work going into it. It sounded like you were fucking chopping wood or something. Like
you sounded like fucking Hardy. Hardy fucking.
Can you stop that? Because you killed the mood.
Yeah, Glazer. Fucking stop, mate, because quite frankly, the mood.
Stay warm here.
Oh, God, please don't.
No,
Keep going.
Go wherever you're going.
Go somewhere.
Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you what, why don't you head out into the middle of the lake?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Take some rocks. Head out to the middle of the lake, you fucking piece of shit. Yeah, look, this day for night stuff doesn't work at all.
Yeah, bad.
And this is like not even a 4K retraction, it's a fucking DVD.
It's a DVD, and we're still looking at it going, Jesus, that's not working.
See, I guess I look at this actress's part and just think, what does she get to do?
Yeah,
nothing.
She gets to fend off Glazer for 45 minutes.
And killed, then murdered by...
He's killed.
By Cropsy. Yeah, her entire character revolves around being basically put upon by this fucking dick brain.
Yeah. Yeah, there's those rocks. Grab it.
Leave the mattress behind, take the rocks, turn around and go fucking into the lake, mate. Come on. Off you go. Jesus, Alfred. Like, it's like you were ready for this. You were just ready to get up and check it out. And obviously they do that so he sees Cropsy. And then he...
But why does he see Cropsy? Because he's trying to fucking peep again.
Yeah.
Ooh, Glazer, where's he off to?
Why do he wear glasses on?
There's a spy on him.
Wherever he goes, there must be a woman who's put upon. Go have a look.
God. Yeah, Alfred is...
He's a shit character. There would be fucking blood everywhere, mind you. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to tell that she was dead. Would there?
No.
He's fucking right behind him. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean...
Your stealth work is not
good. Not good.
Sorry it took so long, man. Sally? Hey, what's the matter? You playing hide and seek,
Yeah, I'm hiding from you, you
fucking
scumbag.
Yeah, she's faking being asleep. They don't actually show what's happened to her, do they? This is kind of stupid because Cropsy must be standing right in front of him.
Yeah.
The way this happens.
In front of either of them. Yeah, exactly. If
But
Glazer hasn't seen him...
This is really cool, though. Because what they've done there is it is actually him.
Yeah.
It's not a fake neck or anything. It's actually him.
Correct.
And the shears are bent around his neck, I believe.
Mm.
So it actually is all legitimate. It looks really good.
But yeah, as you said, it's one of those classic, movie, what's in the lens moments where if you think about what's out of that.
Yeah. Cropsy's standing right in front of there going...
Cropsy's right next to him hoping he doesn't get seen. Yeah. Albert...
Yeah.
Although I'm probably...
Alfred.
Albert. Sorry, Prince Alfred.
But you know what I mean? Like Cropsy's here going, don't see me.
Yeah. So Alfred's obviously seen him, if Glazer hasn't.
Yeah.
Glazer, look out! Oh, God. No, he's... Yeah.
No, but you know...
left him be.
Yeah, Alfred's going, fuck him.
Yeah, stuff that.
He's a cunt. So...
Then I can peep on his girlfriend and not get beat up for it. Thanks, Alfred.
Yeah, that's right. But Cropsy, I mean, you'd think Glaze would go, something smells like burnt flesh. Oh, shit. Old mate.
Yeah, the guy at the window with the burnt face.
So
The guy that you killed.
Look, I enjoy this film. I'm not going to lie. I do enjoy this
of
film.
course.
I understand that it is a very sleazy piece of work.
There's absolutely...
There are some horrible bits in it that looking at it now, it doesn't cut the mustard at all.
There's absolutely a few more bits that come under the fucking critical gaze than previous.
But in saying that, Jared, I love Last Boy Scout, and I think it's equally as bad.
Yeah.
When you look at the way women are treated in that, and the misogynistic shit that goes on there, it's got it's written by one of my favourite writers. It's got some of my favourite actors in it.
Yep.
So.
I hear.
I guess I can see the problems with these films, but I still enjoy this to some extent.
Alright, it's still, obviously you take it in as a bit of great work from Tom Savini.
Yep.
You take it in as the things that are good about it are solid in that realm of slashers that were out at the time.
Correct.
Like,
if there are things in it that don't work, but
it's not a completely write-it-off piece.
No.
And actually, the fucking Harvey Weinstein stuff probably gives it a bit more of a reason to look back on it.
Yeah, correct. And we're now looking at it from a different lens.
And kind of say, hey, maybe fucking, if someone's doing this kind of stuff regularly, putting this stuff out there regularly, we maybe should be keeping an eye on that.
Yes. But I think the film is not bad of its kind.
Yeah. It's funny, right? Because you talk about, sometimes you fucking mention you like horror movies, and some people are like, oh, that's just, as a whole, fucking scummy and sleazy and whatever. And this is the prime example of, well, no, there's fucking levels to this shit. There's some of them that are using the stuff that's going on screen to really say something. This one, it's in the realm of, we're trying to just cash in on a piece of entertainment that fits in the Friday the 13th mould.
Yes.
But it's fucking a lot scummier than those ones.
Yeah.
It's a lot scummier than Friday.
You could see how people could argue with you about it, the way women are treated in this film.
Yes.
And say, well, you're saying that it's not that problematic about its portrayal of women, this subgenre.
Yeah.
But
this might not be the first example that you bring up in that case.
No, I don't.
We talk about special effects, we'll say, hey, have a look at this.
Have a propaganda of this. But, but then saying that, the counter argument is something like Laurie Strode. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can balance it.
Correct.
But what I was saying is I think this film's enjoyable and fun in some ways, but as far as characters are concerned, there are no characters here. There are none.
No,
there is not one deeply made character at all.
There's barely a story. We've stranded these guys on the island to fucking split them up, and like as you said, we don't even know who's fucking driving the story here.
Yeah, and Todd's not even fully fleshed out. Neither is, well, I don't even know her name.
Yeah.
Right? None of the characters are fleshed out. They're basically just given these kind of arbitrary roles.
Yeah.
And and people would argue, well, some of the Friday the 13th are like that, but then I would say something like Tommy Jarvis is a good.
Well, the better Fridays do have some of
that. The reason why
they're
they're better is because they do flesh some characters out.
Yeah, correct.
Parts 4, part 6.
Then you have, your part 8s in there occasionally.
Yeah, your part 8s where, oh shit. Oh.
I thought it was just Glazer or Eddie getting handsy again, and then
fucking yeah. If someone was getting handsy, but it was removed. I like the fact that Costanza's jumps to action there though. He does. He does. The funny thing, Costanza could have been the guy, and the reason why I say that is because what we see of Costanza is him being, even in this particular moment, he's more steady and ready to assist.
Correct. And there's points where he, if you take out something like the spermicide gag and stuff, he's coming across as more kind of quirky and kind of, he's got an in with everyone. He's got a bit of a gag with Glazer. He can kind of disarm him with the humour. Yeah. But he's looking after Alfred for whatever reason. I don't know.
And he seems to have a little relationship going with one of the girls where it's, there's a bit of sleaze there, but he's not putting himself upon her or anything like that.
Yeah.
She seems to actually like him. So I feel like Costanza might have been the one that you went for as your surviving character.
Your final boy.
But the problem is you don't get that. You get this fucking bumhole.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be one of the biggest issues story-wise, is that that's the guy we're supposed to be on side with.
I don't know why. Because he's an absolute fucking penis.
Yeah, you could say that.
I don't know, to make a finer point on it. He's a penis.
He is. Look at Todd looking like he's ready to audition for Manpower.
Yeah. If only he'd grown his hair out. And look, these things with Cropsy here at the end, things get a little bit tight. Alright, so these guys come back. You got Todd and Alfred. And again, why Todd and Alfred? Like, why
the Todd thing?
I understand Todd because
the Todd
he was
thing
involved.
can work. That can work. But you've decided to go with Alfred, who's just nothing.
But do you notice that Todd's not even cut up about the things that he did to fucking...
No, but Alfred barely even says a word.
Yeah,
He
he
just
says a
kind of
handful
sits
of
there and gets spoken at. Has a peep.
words.
Gets yelled at. Like,
Todd is a fucking sack of shit.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. No one's worried about Cropsy.
So,
I mean,
you burned the bloke alive.
We should have got a moment earlier on where someone's going to put fireworks in cabins or something. Todd, hey. There you go.
We
Pull
can't
it
do
back.
that.
Pull it
If you're
back.
going to do it, find a skull.
Here, here's some eggs. Trust me.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's some
I've been
eggs.
down this road, it didn't get well.
There's some eggs. There's a 6-pack of toilet roll. Knock yourself out.
But you know what I mean? Like, Todd does not even flinch about the fact that he was involved in burning the shit out of somebody, right? So,
Who's this dildo?
That's the guy who runs the show.
I know, but like, he's not running shit.
he's running the show.
Well, shouldn't he be the one that's fucking supervising?
You'd think.
Todd's not equipped for this.
There is a killer out there.
Oh, come on, Michelle. Todd put you up.
God damn it, look at those kids.
See, Costanza's looking after him.
Costanza's pushing women and children out of the way.
That's a George
We don't need
Bonanza here to see you. Yeah, he's pushing women and children out of the fucking way, eating out of the bin, all sorts of shit that he shouldn't be doing. But Todd, I think would have been a better way to approach this, and I don't feel like it's even like making it hard, like trying to make it more sort of fancy. Because a lot of people would say, well, you only had $1 million budget, you're making a slasher movie. Why would you try and go overboard with the characters? Fair enough. But I feel like the best option with Todd was to have Todd actually being fucking torn up by that incident.
Yeah,
And that we know that he did it from the start.
but that stuff doesn't cost money.
Correct.
You shot all this shit. All you got to do is put a fucking camera on, press roll, and have something written for the guy to say like that expresses that. Say or do that expresses that. You know. What are we creeping around here again? Shit, it has been a while. I can't even remember what's going on.
Well, we just charged around, then we've come across fucking, I don't know, like an old... Is it the old camp? No, it couldn't be. I mean, it's concrete.
It was only 5 years ago. Yeah, that shit's not going to burn down.
Well, look at it. It's concreted.
Yeah.
It's like a quarry.
So what? Did we say, we had a tragedy here, so we're just going to pick up the camp and move it fucking 2 k's down the road?
That's the other thing. It should be Blackfoot still.
Or,
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why is it Silverwater?
as
Why-
we said, you can't access this thing other than by canoe, so they decided, who said we should build this camp and not have access by a fucking car?
Correct. But
We're running
But
a
I feel
camp.
like that this should be set at Camp Blackfoot. 5 years later.
Yeah,
Cropsey
absolutely.
comes back to Camp Blackfoot. Todd is working at Camp Blackfoot because he's a masochist and he wants to fucking return to the scene of the crime that he got away with 5 years ago, the dopey prick.
It's catharsis. I'm gonna go and burn down the cabin every night just to. He's a follower of Dianetics, so he likes to relive the traumatic situation again until you can talk about it with a smile on your
And
face.
then some douchebag comes along and tells you about how you've been cleansed or some shit, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, it should be a Camp Blackfoot because that's where Cropsey knows.
Yeah.
It should be Todd is there.
Yeah, Cropsey's walking around going, who's looking after this shit? I had these things trimmed back beautifully
You see
before I
him walk
start on my
past and
first bottle of whiskey for the day.
He stops and scoffs, picks up some garbage that's on the ground and puts it in a bin. You know, like, it should be back at the camp that he got burned at.
Yeah,
It
correct.
should be reopened after 5 years. Classical, you know.
Yeah.
And
someone driven by, the fucking mayor out of Jaws. We're driven by money, not the fact that somebody was burnt, very badly burnt in this particular camp.
You yell, Cropsey. There he goes, huh? What? Do you know what I mean? Bring it back to Blackfoot and have Todd almost like blackmailed to be there.
Have the mayor go, there's a dead body floating in the water. Nothing to see here, folks. Dinner served. Head on down.
It's a lovely day, and if you could all go out in the water, that would be great.
I think we're onto something here. We need to pitch a Friday the 13th style sequel with a camp owner with that charisma of fucking
Mayor fucking Quimby. But what I mean is, Todd's almost been blackmailed to come back because one of the other guys is running it.
Yeah.
And he's basically saying, "I need fucking hands on deck."
This is another prank. Yeah. Here's a good prank. I got a job for you. You need a bit of cash? Yeah, I got a job. And then he rings up and he says, I'm at Camp Blackfoot. Haha, gotcha. Yeah, fucking, how's that one for a stitch up?
Yeah, got you for a fucking stitch up now.
While he's snorting coke on Wall Street.
Yeah. Oblivious to the fact that he killed a man.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but then Todd goes, we didn't kill him. He was still alive.
But he's not trimming the garden anymore.
Okay, so now this is where we get to the climax here, which is set in like a mine shaft. Which, for fuck's sake, where is the mine shaft out in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, that's like, what are we doing? Yeah, I mean, you fucking put a set piece together, you need a reason to be at the fucking joint, don't you?
Yeah.
Other than we stumbled across it.
But then there's no mention of the fact that there's an old mine place or a plant building that was
it's
up on
only
the
accessible by canoe.
Yeah, like they don't bother to fill in any of those gaps, those questions that are supposed to get answered in the script. But
again, this one it's another one where it's quite creepy.
Yeah, it's
the
creepy.
atmosphere's pretty good.
The atmosphere's good, and I've got absolutely no problem with setting it here.
Yes.
This bit. I just feel like you need to explain that this is out there.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to come across it.
Yep. I mean, look at it. It is a mine.
Yes.
It's a fucking Temple of Doom. Look at it.
They're fucking Indian shore out and fucking come flying down the fucking thing in a minute. It is. It's a mine shaft. Wait, why is there a mine shaft out there? Jesus, Todd, get the lead out. Hell. It's because they try and use this. They don't do the thing that, as I was saying, that they don't sort of have Todd all busted up. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's just a fucking picture. It's a still. Oh God.
That's what fucking Bruce Lee movies did when Bruce had passed away and they were trying to finish them. That's not what you do in
a slasher.
No.
Although I believe it was because they didn't. This was shot later or something like that.
Even still, fucking pay somebody.
Well, just turn her body or put her in her clothing and turn her facing the opposite direction.
Exactly.
It could be a fucking body double.
There's ways around that don't involve filming a picture.
But they try and hide the fact that Todd was involved, and to me that brings no weight to fucking nothing. like to anything. It doesn't change anything, right? So why not just open with the fact that we know Todd was involved
Yeah.
and that he has been hurt, he's been destroyed over it, he's drinking 2 bottles of whiskey a day.
Todd's the one that I said looks like David Desmunchin.
And I'm not going to lie, Cropsey looks fucking horrendous.
His head looks like a prune.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's due to the burning or the fact that he drinks 2 bottles of whiskey a day.
At the minimum, it looks like a piece of date.
If I drank 2 bottles of whiskey, I'd be looking like a fucking prune too.
If I was drinking 2 bottles of whiskey a day, I would not be working in a camp.
Yeah.
I would not be able to get out of bed in the morning.
I'd be picking up the flamethrower, then I'd say, "Excuse me, give me a minute."
Even when he went to that...
just today, you were regaled with some of my form when I visited Las Vegas, Adam, so I think you're...
I'm fine with the fact that you're not going to be able to handle that fucking pace.
Yeah. You've been informed.
And you know me, I don't drink anything
today.
that's not out of a sack.
Exactly.
Recently been held in a sack.
I mean, in a Las Vegas casino, I may as well have had a fucking sack of beers around my belt the way I was acting. So,
yeah, Cropsey does. I think that's probably the worst special effect.
his head.
It's Cropsey's face, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not particularly great, and I believe Savini said they didn't have very long to sculpt it, so they kind of whipped it together pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Like, it doesn't look awful. It just doesn't look like a...
It's not very memorable. It's not.
No.
You're not going to Trick or Treat Studios to pick up a Cropsey mask anytime.
Fuck no. God, imagine answering the door on Halloween looking like that. Holy shit. I scared a little girl in a Michael Myers mask. Imagine someone turning up in that.
Yeah.
This year I'll be scaring some people dressed as Jean-Claude Van Damme at Target with a fucking greasy mullet.
Mullet.
Cannot wait.
Good.
Cannot wait. Look forward to dressing like fucking Van Damme and saying things like, the coffee was tolerable.
I thought you were going to say you scared a little girl without a costume.
Yeah, I just opened the door and said hello.
Oh, shit.
She went, fuck. she was like...
Put your mask back on.
She was like 5 and she was like, oh shit, I'm leaving. I don't want the lollies.
Keep it.
I'm going.
Yep. Eat them yourself.
Yeah. Look. Yeah, the Cropsey doesn't put up much of a fight either.
Also, I question the flamethrower, the choice of the flamethrower.
Yeah, it's not great. Like, there's no room with it. Like, you got no.
There's something there with the fact that this is one of the guys that fucking burnt Cropsey, so he's fucking doing the same thing back and whatever. But as you said, this is kind of all the character stuff is so poorly put together. In that sense,
Yeah.
that we don't really care about that. It's just the rest of the movie is about, oh, that looked really cool.
Yeah.
That one doesn't quite do it for the... You don't let Savini go to town with a flamethrower
No.
so much.
No. It feels like they spent their money and time on things like this.
Yeah. We don't have time to explain anything, but we got enough cash to get a chopper in the last.
Exactly. Instead of spending a few minutes with the pages that you wrote and perhaps going
something like that.
This scene where Cropsey slams fucking the girl up against the tree and tries to, forcibly sleep with her.
Yeah.
That maybe we should take that out.
Scumbag. Fucking scumbag.
Yeah, maybe we should take that bit out. Oh, Cropsey.
Jesus.
Look,
I mean, if burning the man in a bad prank wasn't enough, Todd, you've now fucking buried an axe in his
you
head.
know what though? We know that Cropsey's not coming back.
No, that's right.
And again, why not have some of this with knowing, like, Todd knew.
This is where you're getting the sense that shit.
Every
That
time,
fucked me up.
every time someone lights a fucking fire at camp.
Yeah.
Todd, we're at camp.
Why don't we start making s'mores and Todd starts going, oh shit. Todd, are you okay?
The fucking field.
Todd, are you allergic to chocolate and marshmallows? Get that thing away from me.
Every time they fucking light up a fire, spark up a match around Todd, he's in the fucking ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but you
But
know what? I
no,
thought that
instead we have a scene where we light a campfire and Todd's there going, hey, there was this one guy who fucking
I was
burnt into a
involved.
crisp."
Back in the day, we burnt the shit out of this poor prick.
Good times.
Again, you said it. You said it yourself. They are extremely vague about what Cropsey did wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Todd goes, we burnt the man to a crisp and then we continued on with a feisty game of knock and run for the rest of the evening. It was a grand old time.
Look, we saw him roll into the water and put the flames out. We thought he'll be all right.
We continued on our merry way and pranked everyone else. You know, we turned up to cabin B and started our prank.
And the moral of the story is that was the best panty raid we've done in the entire time we were there.
And then we proceeded to blow up condoms and hang them around the girls' rooms. And that was Glazer's idea. But I couldn't blow mine up because it was so lubricated it kept fucking slipping out. Slipping out of my
Holy
fingers.
Christ, unbelievable. I do like that stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
Don't breathe, don't move, you're dead. So that's the burning.
So why didn't they do that with Todd? Why didn't they get someone else to go talk about the,
And then Todd's at the corner
Todd's
going,
there going, you're dead. And the kids all go, oh, shit, we thought this was just a fucking scary story.
yeah.
Maybe that would have worked a bit better.
Okay. How'd you feel about rewatching that?
Yeah, look, I still enjoy it. I still like, especially the Savini stuff.
Yeah.
I reckon probably the last time I watched it, I don't remember the episode. I might have to go back and listen to it, but I don't know whether I was as harsh on the story elements of it.
No, I don't think we were.
They don't hold up very well.
I think we talked about the fact that it was a very sleazy film,
Yeah.
and it had a certain amount of sleaze in it that was probably unwarranted.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like we've strayed too far from that.
No, but I think you drop a bit of that scummy vibe to it, and you add just a little bit more of that story stuff that we're talking about. Whether you're going to pick whether Todd's the one to go with, or you maybe make it Alfred not a peeper, Roddy peeper.
Rowdy peeper.
You're onto a reasonable bit of work.
Yeah, I feel like it's like 50% decent and then 50% terrible, and the terrible stuff overshadows because of what we know
What we
about
now know, yeah.
Weinstein.
Yeah, it's hard not to look at it through that lens.
Yeah, and know that this sort of stuff. It seemed like it was his fucking. It's the way he operated.
Yeah.
And he did it his entire career from the get go.
Yep.
So it's an interesting watch to look at it that way, and I appreciate Ray putting it to us, because I feel like it's one of those ones that can be looked at in a couple of different ways.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I still kind of enjoy going back and having a look at.
Yeah, and
in some
I totally
aspects.
agree. The Tom Savini stuff is fantastic. The score is memorable. The camp elements feel real. It's
Yeah.
probably the best version of seeing a camp in action out of all of these slashes. So I feel like there are things to like, but there are things to very much dislike.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So it's a hard one. I'd say it's a 2.5 probably. I think I might have given it a 3 the first time, but I'm saying it's a 50-50 split. You've got some really good stuff and you've just got some terrible stuff. And they're balanced almost equally.
But even like when you go back to, if you're on that path of going down the Friday the 13th adjacent movies, it's still one of the first ones you look at, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's still one of those ones that you go back to with the Tom Savini effect and one of the higher profile ones.
Yeah.
And still, in some ways, done better than a lot of others.
Agreed. All right, that's the commentary for The Burning. Thanks again to Ray for putting us onto it, and I certainly enjoyed myself for another go round. But keep an eye on our Facebook page for the next film that we cover. I believe we're going to do a bit of a deep dive into a franchise, so
Yeah, well, we're looking at it.
keep an eye on that. But until then, take it easy, everyone, and we'll catch you later. Cheers. Find the podcast at Podomatic or on iTunes. Don't forget to rate and review. Like us on Facebook at Thrill Me Podcast Australia, or contact us at thrillme, all one word, all lowercase, at iinet.net.au.